I'm Shelby Beals, and I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease when I was about 10 years old. Being a student with Crohn's disease can be a little tough at times, because if you have to go to the hospital or you have to go to the doctors and you miss a bunch of class time, it's really hard to catch up on the stuff that you missed. And especially as a university student, like, you can't really miss classes because you fall really behind. And also I have to plan when my roommate's around, to take my medication, because she's really squeamish when it comes to needles. The biggest challenge I'd say that I've had to face with Crohn's disease is definitely tube feeding. Tube feeding was the first thing that I ever went on to help me with my Crohn's disease. And I was on that for about 4 years, on and off. So sometimes it would work, sometimes it wasn't, but the whole time it was really challenging, because when you're on tube feeding, you're not allowed to eat solid food. And there's also the fact that you have to have a big old tube taped to your face, which really draws attention to yourself. So I had to deal with a lot of questions from strangers, and I had to deal with a lot of funny looks from people and stuff, because some people didn't want to come up and ask you about it, but they just had no problem looking at you funny. So that was a challenge for me. But I really tried hard not to let those things get me down, and I always made an effort to do everything that I would do if I didn't have Crohn's disease, or if I didn't have the medication that I was on, or treatment. So it turns out that I love eating slushies, and I love eating popsicles instead of solid food. And strangers asking you questions, turns out that it's a good way to meet people, right? And also I kind of liked being unique and apart from people, so that's kind of how I tried to view it. But overall, I think that this challenge especially made me stronger as a person and a lot more confident. I hope that my story will inspire others who face the same challenges that I do, because I know what it's like to have never heard anyone else's challenges and to sit around wondering if I was the only person that this stuff is happening to, or if something was going wrong and I didn't know. So I think I'd really like for someone to hear my story and hear what I've done, and be able to think that they're not alone. When I found out I got this scholarship, I kind of gasped, and I grabbed my heart, because I was trying not to squeal at the person on the other end of the phone. I was super excited to have won this scholarship out of any of them, because it was really important to me, because I have Crohn's disease, and Abbott has been a really big part of my life, especially for about the last 4 years, because they supply my medication and stuff. So it really made me feel like all my hard work that I've done over the last couple of years really paid off to be chosen for a big old scholarship like this. This program will help me continue my education by paying the massive fees that come with university. My brother and sister both graduate in succession, so obviously they're all going to university, and so that'd be a really huge strain on my parents. So this kind of really helps with the huge financial burden in a big way for my family. And a scholarship like this gives you a huge motivation to do really good in school, so you don't let down yourself, you don't let down the program that helped you out so much. So it's definitely going to motivate me to do really awesome in accomplishing my dream of becoming part of the medical professional community. My school year without this scholarship would have been a lot harder, or would have been a lot harder, because I would have constantly been a lot more stressed out about getting money so that I could pay for my next semester, because one of my goals for the year was to be able to pay for most of my schooling this year by myself, so that I didn't take away from the opportunity for my brother and sister to be able to go to university as well, because we have a university fund, and I didn't want me going to this university to take away all the money from the fund, so that my brother and sister wouldn't have the same opportunities that I have in future years. This scholarship will help me maintain a high quality of life because it will motivate me to work hard and continue working hard, which is really important. So I can always feel good about this huge accomplishment. And it taught me to always do my best, even if it seems like it doesn't matter, because hard work always pays off, and it does pay off because here I am. I'd like to take this opportunity to personally and sincerely thank Abbott, as well as the CCFC, for the opportunity you've created for me. Abbott, as I said earlier, has provided me with my miracle medication for a long time now, and I'm really, really grateful for that because my options are limited these days. And like I've always done what I can to give back to these organizations, and now I'll never be able to catch up, I guess, after this. So thank you sincerely for what you do, because people outside of the IBD world really don't realize like what these contributions do to make a difference, and they really do make a difference in people's lives, and this is definitely the most important scholarship that I ever applied for, and thank you so much.